Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and another weekend reset speed clean where I am running around for kind of a power hour just to get as much as I can done, just to get us organised and ready for the week so we can start Monday on the right foot. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with. The children have made dens in the living room and it looks a bit like we've been burgled. So I'm going to start in here and to just tidy it up and kind of get it sorted, or as sorted as possible. This is not about perfection. This is a progress over perfection kind of speed clean and organize, where I'm just aiming to get things done as opposed to get things perfect. So let's get started. I don't know about you, but in my house, we have to do a lot of tidying before we can do any cleaning, any at all. And in fact, picking up after 4 children, it's a bit of a full-time job. I do encourage them, as you will see in this video, to join in with helping with tidying and cleaning, especially if it's their mess. Obviously, it's far from perfect when little ones help with tidying, but I do feel it's important to encourage them and teach them those skills for being able to put things away. There we go, we've had a little run around. It's far from perfect, but it's a lot tidier, so it's no longer unable to see the floor in here. However, there are things thrown all over the floor in the hall, so I'm going to pick those up. We have this lovely shoe storage that not everyone seems to know about in my family. So not everyone, not mentioning any names, puts their shoes away. So I'm slotting as many pairs of shoes away in there as possible, hanging up the coats that have been left on the floor. Yes, people are supposed to hang up their own coats. It mostly happens, it doesn't always happen. Now to get out some baskets. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love baskets for sorting laundry and also from tidying things from room to room. Now, as things come out of the dryer, in theory, they go straight from the dryer, which is that top black item you can see in the far right of the screen, because my dryer is stacked on top of my washing machine. In theory, they go from the dryer directly into the calyx boxes you can see just behind me, and everyone's got their own box and things get sorted directly into them. In practice, often I'm in a rush, I'm on my way out, and I take all the clean dry washing and dump it in that white basket that you can see. So today I'm sorting all the stuff that just got dumped into baskets on the floor. Those are the girls' little white socks. I do like to pair those up all in one go, only because I find it a bit overwhelming to find a sock and then find its pair amongst all the washing. So I find if I pair them up when they are all in one basket, it's easier to find their other halves. So all the towels are getting folded, all the clothing is getting popped into a basket. Each family member has their own basket that I'm sorting things into. Then the washable face masks that I found, they go in the under the stairs storage. So there's always some ready to grab on the way out of the house. So cloths and cheeky wipes and things, I'm going to pop those into the kitchen in this basket and they can get sorted later. The towels and all of the clothing that's sorted person by person is now ready to go to the relevant bedrooms. So, oh dear, we're not done. I thought we were done. I thought I'd sorted all the laundry and then I found the dryer was full and finished. So all the fluff, don't forget to empty your fluff filters, people, because if you don't empty the fluff filter, the dryer isn't efficient. It's also a fire hazard, apparently. So empty the washing machine and then let's get another load on. I am using some scent boosters and these bold pods at the moment. I have worked with Lenore recently, but this Spring Awakening scent, see if you can let me know in the comments before we get to the product, which I will use later in this video, to tell me which Spring Awakening scent product I have been using for absolutely ages. If you've been watching my speed cleans for a while, you'll know that I have been using Spring Awakening for quite some time. But what is the product? Can you guess? So let's sort some more clean dry laundry, the stuff that just came out the dryer, and then we'll put the stuff away room by room. There we go. The children are going to take their own things to their own rooms, and they put away their own things. Zara, who's the baby, needs a little bit of help, but she does sort of do it herself with a little bit of encouragement. The others can do it totally independently, even my husband sometimes. So let's go upstairs. Let's take this lot up, including the towels. I'll show you where I store all of those. In the downstairs loo, we have space for 2 hand towels and 2 bath towels in this really skinny cupboard that I bought from IKEA. So the bottom of that just has the towels and the loo rolls, and then the top section of the cupboard has toiletries and things. So that was a really small area, and I feel that's quite a good use of the space. At least there's always towels to grab. All the rest of the stuff, other than a basket for my teenager because his bedroom's on the ground floor, all the other bedrooms are upstairs, so I'm going to carry the remaining baskets upstairs. Now Zara's room, if you saw my recent declutter Zara's room with me, you will know that it was such a nightmare to keep on top of. And you were all wondering how long it was going to stay nice and neat and tidy. Now, as disastrous as this room looks at the moment, it's not as bad as it was. So this is quite kind of superficial mess, and I can see that the stuff that is out, I know where it goes and it all has homes. Whereas before, when the place was a tip, and don't get me wrong, this is not a tidy room by any stretch, but before, when it was a tip, all the stuff didn't have homes to go to as such, because the organisation of the room had become such a jumbled mess. Whereas now, tidying the room is a much quicker endeavour. And in all fairness to Zara, this is the messiest it's been. I did reorganise her room several weeks ago. This is the messiest it's become in all of those weeks. Most of the time, she's kept it pretty neat and tidy because she's now got a box of this, a box of that, and knows where things go. So that didn't take me that long to sort. Look, that's sort of tidy now. Whereas before, if you've seen on my Instagram stories and stuff, I was just constantly in there tidying. So a pair of shoes of mine, they need to go away, and the rest of the towels that I brought upstairs. So I've got one of these boxes in here for bath towels, and this box below is for hand towels. Now the airing cupboard is that wooden door you can see in the back of the screen. Just there, it's gone now. We don't actually keep towels in the airing cupboard because there's a massive water tank in there, and I keep other bits and pieces in there. So I keep towels in my bedroom instead because they're still nice and easy to get to. So these are all my clothes. I have been procrastinating putting away my clothes because I just run around not having much time, to be honest. So all of these clothes are actually the clothes I brought up last week and left in a basket and sorted in the bottom of my wardrobe, plus all of the ones I brought up today. So I am actually going to put all this away now because it's been frying my brain that it's not done. Now, if you look in the back corner of the screen on the left, I have got a Calyx unit that we repurposed from the old house, and all of that stuff lives behind the sliding mirror doors. Now, instead of having drawers as such for my clothes, I've got all these baskets which slot into the Calyx unit. So my knickers and things, so either my period pants or my not period pants, depending what time of the month it is, are in those baskets. Bras are in another one. These shorts are kind of like pajama lounge shorts sort of thing that I wear just in the house. They go in another basket. Socks in another basket. And it's easy, to be honest. It was a nice easy way to utilise the Calyx we already had and to turn it into drawer-like storage. These are all yoga pants type things, not necessarily for yoga, but that I wear like as loungewear or pyjamas. They're in another basket, but it's a nice easy way to store things because I can pull things out, sort them out. We don't sort things up, we sort them out and then slot them back in. To be honest, even if you don't have this exact system, it is handy to have baskets or drawer dividers or whatever within drawers to keep things sorted, because you can pull things out to sort them. That mirror could probably do with a darn good clean, but I'm not going to have time to do that today. And I think something that I've had to accept over the years is that doing a whole house clean is not something I'm able to do a great deal, because most of the time I don't have the time to clean my entire house in one day. It's very rare I have time to do that. That's an all-day job, and I never have all day. So now we're going to change the sheets on our bed. I tend to change the sheets on the beds on different days. Maybe I would do a couple of the children's beds in one day, but our bed, by the time I've changed all the bedding, is at least 2 loads through the machine. So I endeavour to change our bed on one day and 1 or 2 of the children's beds on another day, and then 1 or 2 on another day after that, just because otherwise I end up with a laundry backlog all in the laundry room. I can't get in there, and it absolutely fries my brain. So bedding, again, I keep in the top of this unit. So this unit is sort of like airing cupboard type storage that most people would have, really, but since we don't have space in the airing cupboard, I keep it in my bedroom. So we're going to get this bottom sheet on the bed. I do tend to use the ottoman function of the bed in order to help put the bottom sheet on quite often. So what I'll do, probably see me do it now. Oh, well, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? Yes, I am. I'm going to lift it up. By lifting up the ottoman, I can actually get under the mattress a little bit easier to get the sheet on, which is much easier. So I'm going to shake out the bedding, which, okay, I don't iron bedding, but I've got a trick for this coming up. I do popper up the bedding. You will have seen me do that many times if you watch my videos, because otherwise, if you don't popper up the bedding, all of the things like the pillowcases or whatever else is in the machine gets lost inside the bedding, and you possibly never see it ever again, just to warn you. So popper up or button up your bedding, and then I'm going to just shake it out, kind of put it all in place, and then we're going to do I don't have time to iron my bedding, so I'm going to do this instead trick. I always have the window open, by the way, as long as the rain is not lashing down, which, I mean, I live in Wales, so quite often the rain is lashing down, but I do find I like to clean and do bedding and stuff with the window open for a bit of fresh air, partly because this is like a workout, I get really hot and bothered, and partly because it's just nice to have the fresh air. So let me know in the comments, do you like to have windows open while you are cleaning? Let me know. So now, Lenore Crinistrally said this is the product that if you guessed correctly earlier in the video, you will have seen me use a lot. I love the smell, so I have been using that Spring Awakening crease releaser for quite some time. So I spray that on the bed. I've left that on the bed now, and when we go back up, it will look a lot less creased, and I won't have had to iron anything. So we're going to get another load on, get another pod in. I do find if I use the pods and the scent boosters and the fabric softener all together, the smell is so good. It's much stronger than if I just use one of the products, obviously because there's more product, all of the same smell, and it kind of all works together. I am using some stain booster on these sheets as well, getting all that into the machine just to kind of boost the whites. There we go, we're using Ace for whites. Again, I have worked with Ace before. This particular video isn't sponsored, but just to disclose, when I have worked with companies before, because obviously I do like to work with companies that I love and that I genuinely use. And the Ace for whites has been really good at bringing my bedding back to like a fresh white, as opposed to a grey off yucky white. So now we are putting away some of the towels and things. More towels. We go through a lot of towels in our house. Do you go through a lot of towels? We do. Anyway, now this is my airing cupboard area, which is literally 2 rails between the calyx and the wall, and I hang up the wet washing here. Some people often ask me, don't you hang any washing up outside to dry, Ree? Don't you ever dry washing outside? The answer is no. I have been stung too many times doing that. If you've watched my day in the life videos or vlogs or anything, you'll know that I work from home, I have 4 children, and I run back and forth a lot doing the school run. You'll also know that I live in Wales and it rains a lot. The number of times I've thought, right, I'll put washing out and then it'll rain. I've just given up, so I either dry things in the dryer or in that airing cupboard, and I spray my crease releaser on it, and it's above an an airing cupboard. It is an airing cupboard. It's above a radiator and the stuff dries quite nicely. Now, in the meantime, back in the living room, this is what the children have been doing. While I've been cleaning and tidying, they've been doing this. Seriously. This was tidy. Was this not tidy? Well, it's not tidy now. So let's do it again, shall we? Because, you know, why not? Why not just re-tidy the thing that we tidied at the beginning of this video? Because this is mum life, people. This is real life. This is why I can't clean my whole house in one go, because as soon as I've done one room, they walk around me like a team of demolition experts. Beautiful demolition experts that I love, but this is the reality of it. So is this what it's like in your house too? So now we're using a little bit of antibac. This is the peach smell, I think, which smells amazing. It smells like sweets. Quite specifically, it smells like those Haribo, like circular peach things with sugar all over them. Peach, I'm not even sure what they're called, but does anyone know which sweets I mean? This smells like that. So I'm just dusting. This unit especially gets really dusty. I mean, yeah, look at that. Blech, yuck. Does your house get really dusty? Is it just because we have too many humans in it? Too many humans in the house creating dust? Is that what it is? So we're just going to do this other end of the calyx unit too. Give it a little wipe over. I have not done nearly as much of the cleaning as I wanted to do so far in this power hour. But sometimes all the tidying and the laundry and the beds and things all needs doing too. Now, as you can see, the pillows, by the time I've put over the little cushions and things, it so doesn't matter that I didn't iron that duvet between the crease releaser, which is now kind of dried a bit, and putting the throws and things on. Really not worth the time in my life to iron. What am I even talking about? To iron the bedding. So last few bits away and we're done. That's enough cleaning for now. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, all those things. I shall see you again very soon. Bye.